one night, I got home at 3 a.m. I was knocking on the door, and my mom opens the door, starts screaming at me, Finn, where the fuck have you been? What are you doing? Why are you home so late? I got in so much trouble this night because basically I'd snuck out at like 11 or something, just as my parents had fallen asleep. But I didn't know that my dad was downstairs watching TV, checking the markets. There was a big day on the markets or something. And so when he came up the stairs, saw that the door was like unlocked, he locked it. And I didn't even bring my phone out with me this night. So I don't know if he went and checked my room to see if I was there. But all I know is that when I got home, I got in so much trouble because the door was locked and I had to knock to get in. I got grounded for a few weeks. And then about 2 weeks later, from this moment that I got grounded, there was this huge New Year's party. So I spent like a week just being straight depressed, just begging my parents, like, please can I go to this party? Like, it meant everything to me. That's where the start of this story is. When it was 5 p.m. on this night before the party, and my parents had finally said, yes, Finn, you can go to this party. So I'm super excited, but then they hit me with a, no, you need the party host mom to message us before you can go. So I get the message response, and they're still being weird about it. They're like, actually, I'm not too comfortable with you going. Like, are you serious, bro? Because in my mind, this meant everything to me. This was what everyone had been talking about for weeks. Like, I was a young teenager, bro. I'm trying to be social. And I ended up having a huge fight with my parents. And then I went out, and when I got there, I was in such a bad mood from this argument that I kind of just sat there. I didn't say anything. Like, believe it or not, I genuinely just sat around my friends saying, like, fuck all, just sitting there, just... And then when someone would speak to me, I'd respond, of course. But I didn't start any convos. There was only this one girl who I was speaking to. She's like, oh, what's your New Year's resolutions? It's like, I'm trying to get jacked. Fast forward, I'm pretty jacked. But, like, it took a few years. See, the thing is, bro, I could have gone to that night out and thought, oh, I'm introverted. I didn't speak to anybody because it was hard to talk to people. But it's hard to talk to people for everybody. So why are we putting a label on this? Why are we saying it's introverted? It's just called talking to people. It's just a normal part of human development that it's hard when you're not used to it. It was a phase. As my life progressed and I got older, I started to become way more social. I started way more conversations. I have way higher social intelligence. Of course, at like the early teenage years where you don't even know how to speak to people, and I was like a fat kid who only played video games, I didn't know anything about being a social guy. Of course it's hard, but I didn't think about being introverted. I didn't think about it at all. And that's why I developed a better social life. Because I never labeled myself and said, oh, I'm an introvert, so it's going to be hard to talk to people forever. I just ignored it like it didn't matter. I don't think I knew what an introvert was back then. I was just like, yeah, whatever. And then as I started to go out more and more, my social skills got better. And I didn't love being around people that much. Like, because I wasn't saying much or anything. But I do now. Like, my favorite thing to do is to be around people. So once you get comfortable with silence and all this stuff, you start to love being social. And in this video, I'm going to speak to you about how you can get over like this phase where it might be hard to talk to people right now. My name's Finn, and I help people who struggle socially. You know, I want everyone to have that great social life. It really changed me. I'm going to start this story. This is where it all started for me. Because I just lost a bunch of weight. And my friend, I haven't seen him in like 3 months, but it's the start of summer. I've just lost a lot of weight and I got nothing to do. This is maybe at the start of COVID. I can't quite remember, but for like the first summer, I wasn't traveling. And I hit up my friend. I was like, yo, bro, you trying to go out? You trying to go to the beach? So we met up. This guy was very fun to be around, bro. He was like super just goofy. He's so goofy, bro. You just fuck around, send videos, film me and like put it on backwards. He was a fun guy to be around. And we went out every weekend for a while. And I remember this one time when we got super hyped because we were chilling in the city and we were at this like cafe shop and we were like bored out of our minds. It's like 4 or 5 p.m. We've been out all day just being fucking dumb, doing stupid shit. Like Yeah, I don't even know. Like we were just fucking around in the city. But I said to him, I was like, surely there's something we can do. He checks his snap maps. His crush and this other girl from his school are chilling in like the area near us. And I remember this so vividly. He called them and he was like, "Oh, are you guys here?" And I remember I was like hyping up next to him. And then when he hung up the phone, I was like, "Yeah, let's go, let's go." So we were super hyped to go out. By the way, bro, I don't know if this counts as a two man. I mean, technically, yeah, sure. My friend and I, we went to see these two girls. When we first met up with them, this was like, by the way, one of my first times meeting up with like a pretty girl or like two pretty girls. And yeah, like it was a pretty big mind fuck to me. So I didn't really have anything to say. I kind of just walked there and my friend had everything to say. I kind of like got the conversation going. Honestly, bro, you get through 90% of social life by just not caring if the conversation goes silent, just bringing like a smile and some good energy, and just being like a happy dude. I was just like happy to be there. And so nothing really special came from that night, but I started to become friends with the girl and it, my friend's crush, like they started to speak a bit more. But time goes on and we started to do a few things like this. We started to have a group meetup. All the boys would go to a movie. All the boys went to Disneyland. So I started to have like some good fun being around people. This was like the first time where I was starting to regularly go and hang out with people and be social. At the end of that like 3 month, 6 month period, I don't remember the timeline exactly. It was like 3 to 4 months. There was this Halloween party. Yeah, that's right, Halloween party. I was so keen to go because I remember I was sitting on a beanbag and some chick put on her story, "Oh, party, this location is like 5 minutes from my house." I'm like, "Let's go. I'm down." And she said, "Oh, like just swipe up if you want to come." So I ended up messaging her, but I had no one to go with. But this was my lucky day, bro. For the first time, I get a chance to go to a party with all these new people when I've been like slowly, hardly meeting anybody, but like, starting to be more social. I was like, fucking, let's go. So I went there. But when I first got there, I remember there was this circle and this girl and like three dudes were just chilling there. And this girl was super friendly to me. She's like, "Oh, my name's this. Nice to meet you, Finn." So she welcomed me in, but I had enough conversation skills at this point because I used to be the fat gamer kid most of my life. I could now speak to like more people. Like I wasn't social at all, by the way. Like I went from really bad social skills to I can just get by. So I would like respond to questions she asked, but I kind of just sat around really quiet. And throughout that night, I started having some more combos. And then, like in a few weeks' time, there was another party. But the best part about this story is that the difference between that first party and that second party was like night and day. I actually had so much more to say, spoke to so many more people, because it's like this long build up. Like thing, it never really, it doesn't happen where you just one day you go out and you like suddenly super social. Like it kind of does, but if you're someone who struggles, then it won't happen like that. It will more happen like you go out for a few months, no progress, you're doubting yourself, it's super hard, and then all of a sudden, you've been talking to people for a while.
Jensen, still more hot food downstairs if anyone wants any.
And then you go out, and you have this really mind-boggling changing night where something big happens. Usually, it's with a girl. Like, you meet this girl, and she's really into you, and you had no idea that you could, like, talk to this super pretty girl or some shit like that. Usually, you go out, you have some like crazy like experience, and then all of a sudden you're super social, you're super confident, you feel great about yourself. But it's not that one night where something happened. It's the 3 months before where you're slowly building up, and then the flick of the switch. Is that how you say it? The switch of the? I don't know, bro. But like everything changes. I mean, I remember speaking to this girl this one time. This is like one of my really good friends. And I swear to God, she goes out like every weekend for like, she was super social. She always going to parties. She's always with her friends. She's like, "Yeah, I'm introverted." But you're not introverted. You go out all the time. She says, "Yeah, I'm an introvert. I like my own time." But there's a difference, bro. She likes her own time. She likes to listen to music. She likes to play eight ball pool on her phone. But that's not being an introvert. That's just enjoying your own time. don't need to be true. You're worrying so much about being an introvert or not. Like, it just doesn't fucking matter. Like, I actually would say she's a real introvert, which is rare. Because, most people, in my opinion, are just, like, find it hard to speak to people. But she actually does like to be by herself a lot. But she still goes out and is super social. And she genuinely surprised me, because somebody who likes to spend time with herself so much can be so social. Then why the fuck can't anybody else, It's like, anybody can do it. I wanted to make this video to inspire you to get out there, bro. It'll take some time. It'll feel like you're not making progress at all for a while. Then one day, so your lucky day will come, and as long as you don't miss it, don't pussy out. Imagine if I pussied out going this party on the story. She's like, oh, anyone can come. Oh my God, bro. That was like the opportunity of a lifetime, bro. Well, for me, like at that age, it was the opportunity of the lifetime. I wasn't going to miss my lucky day. I just sent it and went by myself. I believe in you, bro. Comment if you need anything. Like the video, subscribe, do your thing, bro. Oh, I got this course. It's absolutely amazing. If you want my personal help becoming more social, that's the way to go. Have a great day, bro.